Before anything happened, I was like, I want to go to college and play basketball. Like, a lot of people in my family have done that, and I wanted to be just like them. Like, I was like, I want to go do this. And then the accident happened March 2nd, 2012. I was in a really, really serious car accident. We got T-boned, like, over, like, it was kind of like a hidden kind of hill. You can't really see the top of it, and we were crossing 4 lanes of traffic, and we got T-boned. And I ended up having a C2 fracture, which is the second vertebrae in your spine, like in your neck. I fractured my pelvis in 3 or 4 places. My bladder exploded. I have this big cut on the side of my head. So I was really banged up, and my best friend actually passed away in the car accident. She was sitting right beside me, and she ended up, it was fatal for her. So yeah, it was really, really bad, really, really hard time in my life.
So how did that affect you? Like, what were you into basketball at the time?
Yeah, so I've been playing basketball since I really could walk, honestly, and we were still in school at that point. I was in 5th grade, and when that happened, they didn't even think I was going to be able to walk ever again, or like the fracture I had in my neck is called the hangman's fracture, because most people who get that are either paralyzed or dead, and I'm like in like the very low percentages that were neither. And for me, like being able to, I didn't have any kind of surgery on anything. I was only in the hospital for 5 days. I got to go home, but the right side of my body was paralyzed for a little bit there. Like, I remember my leg would fall off the bed. My mom would have to stay beside me so she could just pick it up and put it back on. So, like, there was a lot of, like, mental barriers that I went through, like, just getting better myself, but then, like, losing my friend, too, was really, really hard. Like, that was one of my best friends, and even today, like, I miss her every day, and I wish I could see her again. So it's just kind of one of the things that I used to, like, play for. Like, I always play for her. I play for people who kind of encounter these problems. Like, that's really serious, and being an athlete's been a major part of my life, and being on that borderline of, is she ever going to be able to walk again, like from having to kind of learn how to walk again. Like, it's crazy to think that one day I was using a walker and they told me I couldn't walk, and I just wanted to try it, and I literally fell on the ground. Like, I just took one step without it and just like collapsed, and I was like, it was the craziest thing I've ever been through. And like, just understanding that, like, I wanted to be able to get back on the court again, and I wanted to be able to play anything. Like, it didn't have to be a basketball, just to play one more game of anything. And it was that strive to do that and like have success in that, like the success I've achieved coming to college, like that, it was really important to me, and I think it really helped like push myself through that hard time.
Do you feel like there's like a clock on how long you'll get to play your sport that pushes you, like, makes you want to make the most of the time you have left in it?
I like to think it's like, mind over matter. Like, if you can just get through it, you'll just get through it. So I know for a fact I'll be able to get through at least 4 years. Like, I don't care if my body gives out. I'm going to get through these 4 years. I know there's, like, when I'm older, I'm not going to get to enjoy as many things like some people do. Like, they get to play, like, rec league basketball or whatever. Like, that's a big deal for some older people. But I know I'm not going to be able to enjoy that because of these injuries. So I'm just enjoying my time while it lasts, honestly. Just trying to get through college, because that was my dream. I'm really living it right now. I had a minor brain injury, which is, like, worse than a major concussion. And then I had my own, like, physical therapist come in. I was in a wheelchair, and we bedazzled it and duct taped it, made it cool looking, and then I got a walker, but just trying to move as much as I could. I was non-weight bearing for forever, and I had a neck brace on. I can't even remember how many months, but it felt like forever, like long enough to get a little triangle tan line right there. And then I kind of got to crutches, and then I was able to walk again. And I feel like once I started walking, it automatically went to running.